Alright guys, welcome. We're getting into the first game. It's actually a really exciting occurrence that's happening right now. It's literally the first game that I've ever done for BeGosu. This is the BeGosu Weekly. It's held every single Wednesday at 7 PM EST. And actually, that's actually kind of an interesting point for this map in particular, but I'll get into that in a minute. But guys, first things first, this is the BeGosu Weekly, first game that we're ever getting into it, and it's held every single week, Wednesday at 7 PM EST. I think that's 1 PM CET? I hope I got that right. Or maybe it's 1 AM CET. I also know. I know it's 6 hours difference. I can't remember which way. But basically, you can go ahead and compete. It's completely open. It's kind of similar to Playham. Just anybody can come in, and it's got a $66 prize pool, I believe. And it's actually a great way to go ahead and play up against some amazing players. And BeGosu is just starting out, but they're going to have some amazing things coming up. For example, they have a $500 to $1,300 prize league that they're going to be doing. The prize pool is not quite set, but that's going to be amazing if they're going to get anybody like this. I mean, this is literally basically a first round game. You can arguably say it's second because you got to buy essentially in the first round, and you have two very high level people playing it. Ewic is XVP, he's a very strong Terran player. SCS is an up and coming team that's amazingly powerful. I've heard a little bit about their lineup so far, and I'm incredibly eager to see what they're going to be able to do. And as far as TVT goes, Ewic has done some very scary things with Hellions in TVT. And if Xenocider can defend against that, I would be very curious to see exactly how that will go. But right now, Ewic put down a supply depot somewhere and it's not building. Where is this non-building supply depot? Or is that just a glitch? Looks like there's a glitch. We discovered a glitch. Oh no, now it's going there. Or maybe it was queued up. I didn't know that queued up buildings would actually come up in the production. That's really weird. Well, I learned something new. Hope you guys have too now, because this is definitely interesting. But yeah, by the way guys, if you want to compete, just channel BeGosu. People will probably be in there. You can talk to these guys and maybe get a few tips if you're really interested. But as far as TVT goes, so far as looking at the build orders that these players have done, it seems that Ewic will be gasless expanding. He has no gases, his money is getting to be quite high, and he's actually going to throw it down on the low ground. Very interesting choice. He's pretty much guaranteed no scouting of it by getting these the supply depots on the top, so you could easily throw it here. Xenocider would not be able to see it. Xenocider would be in the dark, but instead we're going to have him getting the full scout and the timing of that command center, and then get his SCV killed. So Ewic only needed 2 more shots on the SCV, and it would have completely denied the scout. Unfortunately for him, Xenocider did see, and Ewic is going to be setting up his SCV into the basically 2 Marines that will kill it, unless he just pulls it back, in which case the SCV will not die. But it's queued up. Ewic has not selected it, and there's the micro from Xenocider, killing it quite easily, and Ewic is now completely in the dark, as you can see. No scouting information whatsoever. 3 Marines is not the biggest deal, but Xenocider looks like he may be going for Cloaked Banshees. Look at this. He's got double gas very quickly. He's got the factor going down on the way. I wouldn't be surprised if this SCV immediately built a starport and we had a tech lab coming down on one of these buildings. Yeah, there's the starport. We got the tech lab on the racks, and he's getting a Hellion. So he may use the Hellion to scout, swap the starport onto the barracks where the tech lab will be, and then start getting out his cloak and everything. You see his gas is seriously starting to pile up, and there's very few things you would use this early on for. Maybe Blue Flame Hellions, actually, if he wants to go for that. Will he go Blue Flame? Looks like he may be going for like a Blue Flame Hellion drop. There's a Siege Tank? Weird build. Very weird build. I'm really curious to see what this is going to be doing. Ewic scans this, and Xenocider is getting siege mode, so he's not going to switch this. But with Ewic scanning this and seeing the research happening on this tech lab, he knows he's not going to be seeing Banshees. Xenocider going for incredibly fast tanks. This could lead to a weird push. I don't know if he's going to do a siege expand, but I want to see what he's going to be doing. Ewic is just going straight racks right now to defend any early attacks that be going up against them. And it's going to actually allow him to be aggressive very quickly. He's got more than enough Marines to deal with this. Target the Hellion. Good job targeting the Hellion. The Hellion knows the big damage dealer. As you can see that Ewic did took a lot of splash damage from that one Hellion, but this has completely taken away the ability for Xenocider to be effectively aggressive, but he's going to do it anyway. He's gonna have siege mode with one tank out. Is pushing with 7-minute siege tank push? This is interesting. This is really interesting. I mean, Xenocider's got a lot of vision with this, and he's just gonna start sieging the buildings, it seems. I mean, he already knows about the gases expand, everything that Ewic is doing build order wise, as he's now seen the 4 racks. It's pretty much impossible that Ewic would have enough gas and resources to build anything else. You can see how these SCVs, actually the SCVs aren't, no, they're not in reach. He's unsieging. He may be going, oh, with this he'll be able to hit the SCVs. And with those SCVs taking shots, he's going to target the, there we go. Now he's going to start hitting those SCVs. And now this barracks is going to be forced to lift off. But oh, Ewic's a club out of those SCVs, and that is such a nice shot for the siege tank. 3 SCV kills, and Xenocider is going for a huge contain while expanding. A very, very nice play. Ewic is going to try and make a bust out. He's got all his SCVs. Is he going to bust out? He's got his SCVs. Spread those SCVs. There we have the Marines coming down as he's going to start taking a few of those shots. And Ewic is targeting the... Oh, this SCV's not repairing the... Oh, that's not good. Ewic's got to be careful. Nice surround with those Marines. Great job shutting down that push. And look at the lead Ewic has just taken. He lost SCVs, but who cares? He had his expansion up for so long. He's been producing SCVs this entire time. There's been a huge investment in tech out of Xenocider, and fast tech at that. And his command center is not even done. Units lost tab is showing that is exactly the case. Ewic has lost inexpensive units, Marines, SCVs, versus the tanks. The Vikings seems to have also gone down, and Xenocider is behind. There's no other way to put it. He's behind. And now we have the tech going down for Ewic. Looks like he'll be going for pretty much straight buyout. We'll see when to start adding in tanks. He could just throw down a tech lab off the factory pretty quickly, and then he'll have the normal just Marine tank and everything. You can see that Xenocider has been emphasizing the tanks earlier on, but with Ewic having just so many more Marines, he can just get his stim up as it's close to being done and do a big stim push, spread his Marines, scan or use medevacs, have vision of the high ground, and then Xenocider's superior tank positioning won't matter because they're just not in high enough numbers. Ewic is actually instead going to expand. He's not going to try and lose those, he's not going to lose the Marines, and his factory is oddly idle. He's working on getting out more units, but he's supply blocked heavily right now. His supplies are about to finish, so now he can start producing again. But these barracks have nothing queued up. I'm surprised there's not Marines going down. Do we have a tech lab? Yes, we do have the tech lab on the factory now. So he's definitely going into normal macro TVT mode after a very nice lead earlier on with those, oh, this is going to be... Is he going to see this? Oh, can he see the Viking? He sees the... Oh, Ewic, the Viking right there. There we go. Now he knows. Does he know? Ewic? Ewic? Ewic, right there. There you go. Goodbye to that. He could now just drop easily. And there's a tank. Nice tank placement. Xenocider playing it very, very safe. You're going to see Ewic start dropping, but with the spread, he should be able to actually snipe off this one tank. Xenocider's now got 2 tanks in range. There's a few shots. Ewic is so clumped up, though. He's getting completely shut down with this drop. Xenocider has got to be really happy. He's not even going to lose 1 tank. Ewic, not a good drop. He basically gets 1 really good kill with that Viking. Other than that, though, look at that. He hasn't killed really anything. He's killed a couple SCVs that are at the front over here, but that's about it. Xenocider's definitely done better in terms of economic damage. Ewic is definitely farther ahead, though, still, because now he's even got an orbital command, not a PF, morphing down here in the bottom right, especially once this SCV train kicks into mining over here. He's going to have a massive eco lead. You can see how Xenocider is even behind in getting up his 3rd. He's too worried about getting up his tech to try and actually push out. And look at this. Ewic is transitioning into mech, it seems. He's got 4 factories that are going to be about to be producing soon. I'm really curious to see what add-ons he's going to be adding in here. And let's see what's going on else. He's got another barracks going down with a reactor. So he's going for... I don't think it'll be a full mech transition. I think he's just going... a really 50-50 mix of biomech, to be honest. I can't imagine him producing 4 tanks at once. He may be going for Thor, I would think. I cannot imagine him going 4 tanks at once. So I'm definitely going to be thinking Thor, but I could be wrong on this. Ewic has already shown that he's very, very solid in TVT, so who knows what he's going to decide to go for, what he has experience with that's atypical. as right now Xenocider is just blatantly turtling up and getting another factory, another racks, 2 more racks in a factory. His upgrades are looking a little weak right now. Only the +1 attack for the Marines. The tanks have nothing. Ewic is getting a 4th base down here in the bottom right, so he is seriously going to be taking equal lead, and we actually see him building tanks. Well, if this is another tank, I'm just going to have to eat my words and say that I'm just wrong always. But actually, even with those late upgrades of Xenocider, Ewic is still behind. Ewic's at 0-0 right now. And we're about to have +1 with Stim Combat Shield Marines against Ewic's 0-0 Stim Combat Shield Marines, but the numbers are greatly in favor of Ewic. There we have the siege up going down, and Xenocider is definitely ahead with those tank count, but it looks like with these reinforcements, Ewic is going to basically even that out. With those guys coming in, really having 6 to 7 tanks, it's going to be all about positioning right now. Positioning, flank, and spread. Those are the really key factors that can go in this battle and possibly make it go into Ewic's favor. He does scan. As Ewic scan, he sees the army moving over there, and Ewic is going to go for complete counterattack. But as you can see, Xenocider is fully aware of this. So both players know where the army is, and they're basically going to a base trade that will definitely favor Ewic. He's got bases all around the map, and with this reinforcing, or this building of all these tanks, he can get such good siege tank position in here. There's the first battle going down in there, and now we're going to have Ewic. He just stims and runs straight into the main base. Oh, just kill off that tank, please, right now. It's already going all zigzaggy. But there's this down here. Ewic's production is going to be very weak, and his upgrades, he's just literally finishes +1 armor. And an interesting choice to get the +1 armor as opposed to the weapons, but watching the production go down for Xenocider, and Ewic is actually going up in food count while Xenocider is going down in food count. That's really not good. I'll have to change once these guys do fall, but this orbital command is now going to die. There it goes. Goodbye to that orbital. And goodbye to all these Marines and not Marines. We're talking about Marines. These are SCVs, not Marines. They're all going down here. Getting microed quite well. These Marines are doing such damage right now. And the main's now gone for Ewic, but look at the food count once again. Xenocider is literally now only this army. Ewic has managed to go up once again. Look at all these tanks down here. Xenocider literally cannot push down. He's got these few Marines, and that's not nearly enough to deal with the Vikings' vision and ability to take down the medevacs. The Marines try and push forward. Ewic is in a great position to attack them. The Marines cannot enter this area, or they will get shielded. These Vikings are safe, and Ewic is really controlling this game right now. This entire base is essentially gone, and Ewic is just working on cleaning up all those units. He's even sending Vikings. He took down the command center that I think was floating over here. So he's got this game pretty much on lockdown. The only thing that Xenocider has going for him is the Banshees, and he is getting Cloak. Good move. That's literally his only chance. But the problem is Ewic is mining. Ewic is mining, and Xenocider is not. Ewic is in fact mining quite well off of 3 bases. Xenocide has nothing but what he has in the bank. This starport that is now supply blocked because he's got 19 max food. And I don't think he even has any SCVs that are remaining, except for maybe one. Nope, that one that was next to the refinery did get picked off. But yeah, not a single SCV. This game is done. We're just gonna wait on Xenocider to make a move. He's hitting buttons. I don't know what buttons he's hitting. I guess he's just looking at this army and trying to siege up nicely. But oh, look at that. Unsiege from Ewic down there. And there is he gonna resiege? He's not gonna resiege, it seems. He's gonna pull back and resiege there. There we go. But look at this. There are all these just Marines that are just mixing with these tanks. There's even a few SUVs in here. Oddly enough, they're not in auto repair, but look at those rallied Marines just going to their death. That's unfortunate. But there's the Cloak Banshee. It's gonna survive, even though it got scanned. And kill it. Ewic, scan. Ewic, scan. Ewic, scan. Okay, Ewic's not gonna scan. Ewic's not going to scan. He's just going to wait for the energy to go away or something. There we go. There's the scan. That's going to allow vision the high ground. Goodbye to those tanks. And this is us waiting for... Oh, look at that. Xenocider has a base and it got scouted. He can't build SCVs because he doesn't have any free supply. He has no free supply. He literally cannot build an SCV. So Ewic, where are your Vikings? Where are your Vikings? So there is the last couple units, and will that free up the supply? No, there's GG. There we go. So GG's now called. And that is the first game, it was BeGosu Weekly. That was a pretty cool game. Let's go on another one. Yeah.